Hey, it's Mark Coman from Paul's Photo and the Creative Photo Academy. I just got home from Japan today and I've downloaded all my pictures. I've put them in a folder that's called Japan 2018. And now we're going to go over a little bit of the editing of these pictures. I get questions all the time about how do you edit, and Mark, how do you edit so quickly? And how do you throw away so many pictures? Well, to me it's easy because I only want to keep the best of the best. So each and every day I put my memory card into the computer and downloaded it to the folder Japan 2018. Then as I had time, I edited the pictures on the trip and backed up this folder to an external hard drive. So every day I have 3 copies of each picture. Number 1, the original memory card. Number 2, the folder on the computer. And number 3, the external hard drive. So knock on wood, whenever I've traveled, I've never lost a digital picture. So at this point, I need to use a program to view the pictures and begin the editing process. And you can choose Lightroom, or like I do, I use Photoshop because that's what I've learned to do. Lightroom's a great alternative. There's other programs out there that you can use as well. So I'm going to open up Bridge, Adobe Photoshop Bridge, right here, which is a part of the Photoshop family. And it is the library or sorting module in Photoshop. So the way this works is I have told Bridge to look at Japan 2018. And you can see here the folder of all of the pictures I made in Japan. And you can see there's a lot of pictures here. So far there are 1,800 photos left. I shot about 3,000 photos. And I've already thrown away about 1,200. So we're going to go to here to one of the later days in Japan, and I'm going to show you how I edit photos. So here, I've got this beautiful detail on a roof, and this was made in Kyoto, and just a great detail. So I just flipped through the different versions that I made, and you can see I made a landscape and a portrait version. I look at the different portrait versions that I made. That one's too tight to the edge. That one looks great. Everything looks good about it. I check the EXIF data. I come in here in Bridge to make sure that this is sharp by using the magnify tool, and that's a good one. So I will choose that one as my best one, delete those. Mark this one with a star as good, delete that one. So now I've got one left. So here we've got the landscape version of that same photo. And you can see because these are handheld, there's some variations between them. This is the composition that I like. Check the sharpness. Those two go away. I added the tree with it. I don't like that. It looks got some problems with it. Now I have this beautiful vase that I was photographing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, 1, 2, 3. I like the one with the most area there. I'm going to check to make sure I got it in sharp focus. It's in sharp focus. So these other 2 are going to go away because I don't want to keep the second best one. Now here you can see I've got the horizontal version of that. Right? Ooh, I really like this one with the sunspot, right? So I'm going to mark that one with a star. That looks really good. Nope, see that one's not straight. It's on an angle. Not straight. I like this one. I like that one. This one is the same shot, but without the sun star, right? I like the water on this one better. I'm going to delete this one, hit the delete key, it's gone. And I'm going to go down to the one with the star. So you can see very quickly there's 12 photos or 15 photos that I've boiled down to 5 very quickly. So then I have this beautiful roof angle detail here, right, with 2 different ways to light meter it. Big difference there. I'm going to check the focus on this one. It's in sharp focus. I'm going to check the focus on this one. It's in sharp focus. I don't see a lot of compositional difference between them. And the reason why it flipped from horizontal to vertical is I was holding the camera at an odd angle. So then here, I like the more centered one here for a more symmetrical composition. That looks good. And I hope you can see by these images why I love going to Japan. So here's the Golden Temple in Kyoto. Beautiful location. See this one, you can see it's a little bit too close to the top here. And this one, I got a little bit more headroom. I'm going to get rid of that one. Here's the vertical view of that. I don't like the white on the edge, so I'm going to come over here to the first one, and I'm going to get rid of the other three. I'm going to check to see this is in focus first. It is. You know, that's an infinity shot at f8. That should all be in focus. Oh, here I am. One of the gang took a picture of me shooting a video. You can see that. And here's all the crazy people there. I love this one. Look at the guy working here in the foreground. I just love that. So, looking at these, no, I don't like the top. I like more room here. That one looks pretty good. I'm going to check to make sure I got him in focus. I did. So that one's going to get a star by clicking on it. Those three are going to delete. Coming in here, I came a little tighter. This one, you can see his face a little bit. Look at that. There it is. Great. It's in focus. He's in sharp focus. I'm going to give him a star on that one. Now I'm going to turn off the right. I like that one. I like this one. That's going to get a star. But I'm going to take this one and I'm going to edit it. So I shoot these as raw files. So I use a Nikon camera so you can see that the file name has a .nef extension to it. I'm going to double click on it, and this photo is going to open up in Adobe Camera Raw. And if I go full screen, I'll see the whole image. Let's see here, I can go minus. There we go, I can see the whole image. And now in Camera Raw, I can adjust the color temperature, make it warmer or cooler. I know on the phone, when I'm making this quick video, you can't really see that. I can adjust the exposure. Look at the histogram up here as it adjusts, right? But what I really want to adjust here is the shadow detail. I want to bring up more detail here in the shadows. Look how it's stretching the histogram. Look at how it's bringing details here. And I'm going to open up the blacks a little bit. Now, when I did that, you notice I'm starting to lose detail here in the whites. So I have to back down on the exposure a little bit and back down on the highlights a little bit. So now I can bring more exposure back and hold that detail. That's a pretty cool looking shot where RAW saved me in the shadow details. Now I can open the image and it opens directly to Photoshop. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to crop it, and I leave it at a 2:3 ratio using the cropping tool. And now I can crop in. I want to get rid of that sky, which is going to turn white, and I want to get rid of that bright foreground, right? So that, to me, is a tighter, cleaner image where you can really just see the worker and the pagoda in the background. So I'm going to hit yes to crop, and now I'm going to look at it, and that looks pretty well done to me. So I'm going to have File, Save As, and I put an A in front of it. For those of you who want more about my naming system, that's in the online digital organizing class. So I'm saving a JPEG copy of the file. So there is my file. Now, a lot of you will want to save your final images as a TIFF or a PSD file. I don't, because those files are then hard for me to use in the applications where I bring my photos. I can't use it very well in PowerPoint or doing a slideshow, so I save them as a full resolution JPEG. Now I'm going to close the file, and we're back to Lightroom. Excuse me, we're back to Photoshop Bridge. And you can click through and check all the different images. I'm going to save the two here that I have the star on. You can see the little icon here above the file. That tells me that that is a raw file that has been opened, and that's a good thing. You know, one of the things I loved about this trip to Japan, I want to show you here. I can go view, and no, sorry, I'm going to go to Window. So no, sorry, I'm going to go to Windows, Workspace, Light Table. Then I'm going to adjust the size of the light table here so you can see more images. So now you get an idea of what it looks like the way Mark really shoots. And one of the things I love about Japan is the variety of photos that I was able to capture. Whether it's people out on the location, or this beautiful scenery, or here's some monkeys in Kyoto, wildlife, details, culture, you know, just the family doing its thing. Here we are feeding monkeys. And you know, that's not something that you get in a normal location. You know, I just love this, the variety of what we were able to capture here in Japan. And of course, I made a million photos. And now it's up to me to go through and get through those photos and edit them to get them where I want it to be. So there's my wife and I sitting on the top of the mountain in Kyoto, you know, watching the boat workers, right in the bamboo forest, in Hiroshima at the atomic bomb building and the Peace Park. You saw that as one of my photos of the day. What an inspirational trip and an inspirational location. And one of the powers of the camera are bringing all of these beautiful pictures that I made together that creates a book or enlargements on the wall or something fun that you can do with your pictures. Well, that's enough for today. We'll do more editing later on. I know this is a little bit of a longer video, but I hope you enjoy it. Mark Coman from Paul's Photo and the Creative Photo Academy, wishing you great luck on your editing and your travels, and make some pictures and print them and get them up and get them out, because that's really important stuff. Have a great day.